Now the square root property is an additional way to solve. It's kind of a shortcut. So if you have an equation that is missing the x term, your only variable happens to be the x squared, you can take a shortcut. Isolate the x squared term, add and subtract away, multiply and divide away, then take the square root to solve. We undo squaring by square root, but remember you always get a positive and negative. That's why we get two answers. So what does this look like in practice? This would look like, here, add 6 to both sides. R squared is equal to 16. Square root both sides, plus or minus the square root of 16. That means that R is plus or minus 4. That means that this equation crosses the x-axis at positive 4 and negative 4. Here, I need to divide by 8. So I have x squared is equal to 61. Square root both sides. X is equal to plus or minus the square root of 61. Use our skills from last section. Can the square root of 61 be simplified? There are no perfect square factors, and so that is your exact answer. There's no need to go out to a decimal or use your calculator. Just leave it as a reduced radical. In this example, I first need to add 5 to both sides. So I have negative 7n squared is equal to negative 693. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. So n squared is going to be equal to 99. Take the square root of both sides. That means n is equal to plus or minus the square root of 99. Now, I can see that 99 is 9 times 11. Remember, those are still under the square root. So I can take the square root of 9. So n is equal to plus or minus 3. Can't take the square root of 11, and so I leave it, and that becomes my exact answer. A related concept to this is, what if you have a radical in your equation? So first of all, you're going to isolate it, move everything away by opposite operations. We're going to do the reverse. We're going to undo the roots by raising to that power. If you have a cube root, you cube both sides. Extraneous solutions are values that would make the original problem false. So watch out for negatives. If you get negatives, go back to your original, make sure they work. We'll talk more about this when it comes to fractions. So in this case, if I subtract one away, I have the square root of x is equal to 3. I'm going to go ahead and square both sides, and I have x is 9. Here, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 6 first. The square root of 12r is equal to positive 6. This is all locked. Square roots kind of act like parentheses, so I have to undo this first. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 12r is equal to 36. Divide both sides by 12, and r is 3. Here, both sides are under the radical, so I'm just going to square both sides, end up with negative 3 minus 2v equals 2v plus 9. Get your v's together, get your constants together. So if I subtract 2v from both sides, add 3 to both sides, divide by negative 4, v ends up being negative 3. Now, do a quick check. If I put negative 3 into this one, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Positive 6 and negative 3, that will be a positive value, so I'm okay. Here, in this one, I have 2 times negative 3, which is negative 6, plus 9. That will still be a positive value, and so I'm okay there also. That is all there is to the lesson. Unit 2 for the Algebra 2 unit.